down pretty easily over on the B stream and guarantee that legend spot as well. Keep in mind, they're now top 16 in Antwerp already. First team to do so here at the Americas, and the only team that has that spot. Talking, Harry, of one spot, that's what we're fighting for right now. That's what we're waiting to see. There are 5 teams left in. There's one spot to go through to Antwerp. This is a very difficult position, but I would say of all the teams left up, I feel like a team like paiN, maybe you could make a case for EG as well, given that experience. These are the teams that are most poised to take this final spot. Will they do it? We'll have to wait and see. It's not going to be easy. Like you said, case impressed yesterday, so let's jump in.
Yeah, Mirage, first map. This is a bit of a case classic. They're undefeated on this one. So I do think paiN are going to have their work cut out for them. We've got a triple A lean early. Case, they're a fan of these A-site hits. They really are, especially in the pistol. We kind of saw it out of them just the other day. It's been a bit of a reoccurring theme in these T-side pistols. So paiN with a bit of a read, and Big Azera opens up from CT. Now he loses a teammate. PGL's going to try and fill the void. Big Azera is still chipping away at them from this CT ticket angle. He's pushed into triple. He wants to keep fighting for the site. And with his teammates now moving into position, it's a really clean pistol for paiN. All on the back of the big man in CT.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried for T-sides today. It was definitely the case yesterday, more so for Isurus in that game. But even when Case moved over after really clean CT sides, it definitely took some time to get things going, to close things out. They had, you know, the problems were different. For Isurus, it was they were just rushing, man. They were just ending rounds within the first 30 seconds. For Case, it felt like, you know, they were, you know, playing respectful, playing default CS, but at times you wanted them to throw the strap back out the window and just flex their, you know, individuals.
Yeah,
they didn't really do that.
No, to kind of build on that, I think that's where paiN can kind of do their best work here, right? They've got a lot more explosiveness. They've got a better ability to switch up the pace. And, you know, for Steel on the Case side, I just kind of get the vibe that he doesn't like the idea of, you know, it's normally not till like eco or low economy rounds that we ever see them play fast. It's like when this team actually has weapons to work with, they feel very afraid of losing them, and so they try to cool like very slowly, very methodically, and sometimes that can get punished and exploited, especially when the defaults aren't super clean, also, which was a bit of an issue, especially on Overpass.
For sure, but it's also kind of cool at the same time. Like, they don't fall into the remit of playing like a team from their region where there are these super explosive, super feisty rounds, and so I kind of like that they're trying to build an identity different to that. We've got our first gunny, Harry, and we've got a bit of a bonus for paiN. 3 SMGs still in play, and so an AWP on RCF. He was clicking, man. He was firing off yesterday, especially on Mirage, so I'm excited to see that. Yeps spots the ramp push, bit of space taken for paiN, but not much they can do with it, as Yeps refuses to give away that opening kill. Case of waiting on this top mid default. This is a perfect round to play as they are, right? You know that paiN don't have a lot to play with in this round in terms of the SMGs, so Case is going to try and wait for this aggression. Eventually, they'll have to make a call, though. Nothing's coming in. This ramp player's pulled back to middle. PKL looks interested. Windows smoke as Case take mid late. And they've got to get past the double con short crossfire.
RCF. This is someone you need to hit the ground running right away. You know, you don't want to come into this up against a bonus round and have him fall short with the AWP. Not what we're used to seeing at all. So hoping that under this pressure he can get molded into the diamond that we know him as. Yeps working the mid control. But this is what we were talking about, right? With Case, it's very slow. It's very methodical. And with kind of 30 seconds left, this is where they're going to look to make a play. RCF, I don't even really know where he just got that kill.
Right side window. I think a player must have dropped in. Maybe he saw something. Okay, he's got to go. 20 seconds, 1 kill, and they're going to get it. That's A-site completely cleaned out, and it works perfectly, man. This is a good example of when it pays off, but you feel like if 1 or 2 of those fights don't go their way, that round could be problematic, but I'm not going to harp on them for a flawless round. It looked good for Case. The comms are clean, and the controller's there. 5 up. Hardzao with nothing to really save. He would love to upgrade next round anyway, but...
We haven't really had a chance to talk predictions yet, right? I kind of hate and love giving them at the same time, but I'm going to give one here.
You're volunteering your opinion.
I think we're going to get a 3-mapper here, like a guaranteed in my eyes. And honestly, no, I'm going to go with paiN. I'm going to say I think paiN got this, but I think case are going to give them a real good run for their money.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think Mirage is just very, very safe for this case squad. Like, it suits their style so well. You can tell they're comfortable playing down to, like, the final 10 seconds. I mean, hell, the first rifle round was a great example of it. There's the wallbang kill from... He didn't know. There was no info. It's smoked, for crying out loud.
I think what you mean is calculated, outplayed, and better.
Right, look, Nithon's bringing out that AWP right away, and really, you kind of want him to best RCF here. You kind of want to set the precedent that we've got a strong AWPer as well, because RCF, not one to be trifled with. It's fast down Cat. Here's a bit of a pace change as they look to take middle.
Nithon stole that kill. PGL was going for it. And a repeat ticket, and RCF was almost ready. He was on the angle, just still moving. Steel does have jungle, but there are crossfires available. Right now, no one's watching this timing. So you've got to be a bit cautious, but turning around is PGL to consider. In case, I do like the pace change, very quick. The problem was paiN mollied the window, so that smoke never bloomed. And so a nice big gap for info. PGL follows up with another. There's an entry onto A, but it's all that they've got, not including the bomb here. It's locked down in middle by paiN, and the AWP's coming in to close the round. Leg shot connects, Molly to keep fasting out, and that will essentially guarantee paiN the round. He's got to run back into this awful T-spawn position with Bigazera holding it down from all the way away. Free round for paiN, 4 up as well. And a fast round for Case. That's only going to push them back into these slower defaults, right? And paiN really did have the perfect counter with that Molly in the window. And Nithon, you wanted him to step up, 2 kills, including taking down the opposing AWPer. That's what we need.
Yeah, lovely start. Lovely start. Exactly what you wanted. You know, for Case, while we've kind of been pegging them as this slower team on the T sides, I will say Mirage is like the one map where you kind of need to watch out for the fast shorts, like we just saw there, right? It's something they like to throw in every now and again, going for this mid control in a pretty explosive fashion. And if they get the results they're looking for, then they'll pick up the pace.
Oh, I can't believe Nithon went back in for a shot there after he got tagged and spotted crossing, but no one killed on either side. Honda's creeping out ramp. His lurks yesterday were phenomenal for Case in finding these little gaps on Mirage. His team are going to be joining him though, and paiN have made the read. That short AWP is already back in CT spawn. Nithon's TP'd, it feels like. Very quick rotation. Heavy on the A site for paiN, and Case are going to have to run and execute to keep these rifles and AWP out of the site. The one man they'll have to deal with first is Nekkers boxed in at the back.
Oh, flash over, but Nithon isn't blind. That's a freebie. And you're right, man. It is like he's TPing, and now he's on a roll. So here he is, throwing flashes in, trying to hold them back at ramp. Should be aware that that second player made it to Tetris. He saw them both get out, so lines to a bit of an awkward halt here for Case. They need that entry player. Normally, you can rely on someone like Fastin or Honda to provide these openings, to create this space, but Fastin's very, very low up in Palace, and so he's hinging on his teammates. Nithon's seen this. He's ready for the boost up, and that's a freebie onto RCF. This AWP in CT tearing through the ranks of Case as they try to get into this A site. And Yeps is left late lurking middle, 15 seconds, just looking for damage. It's all going to get dealt his way.
I love that play for Nekkers. He tucked in for so long at back firebox, as it's known, right? He got Nithon through 2 flashes that perfectly blinded the Tetris players, and Nekkers never peeked. He only peeked off of the info that Nithon got after he killed the sandwich player, realized there was another in there boosting, tells Nekkers, then he wide swings off the guaranteed info. But the longer you wait in a position like that, when Case are comfortable out Tetris, kind of chilling, talking to each other, the more effective that position is. They never expected it. Nithon's on a roll indeed. 3 more kills in that round. Case need to try and avoid him, but it's very hard when he's this mobile on the CT side. Right now, it's just paiN diff. 4-1 and an eco for Case. So with Deagles, you can spread out, do your defaulting, look for individual picks, but it's not an easy round with no utility on Mirage.
Scan that QR code, I dare you. You'll find yourself purchasing tickets for the PGL Antwerp Major.
Ka-ching.
It's a good deal. We receive some money. You receive tickets to the major. Pretty good trade deal, IMO.
I agree.
Neck is tucked in at sandwich, and there are players shifting their way out through ramp, trying to play contact. Oh, steal, sorry, bud. There we go. Neck is with a lovely little double. Not going to let these pistols do anything surprising.
He is so patient, isn't he, Neckers? This is a name that's been floating around for a while as well. No one new to the scene, so yeah, he's definitely got a bit more experience than maybe some of the other players in the server, and he holds his own. He keeps his cool. He's even swapped sides of the site. Last place RCF should check, but he's already making a precedent that he wants to play Firebox, and now that's going to be in cases by moving forward into gun rounds. Nice deep for Yeps, and he's doubled up as well. That's a gun and a chance to do even more damage, but winning the round should still be impossible. Nighton's very low.
Honestly, one more kill would seal the deal on this being an expensive round, but is he ready for the AWP? That's the question. Even if you deal with it, Big Azera's in top middle, and Yeps is onto a third. Now, he shouldn't be ready for Big, right? He shouldn't be ready for Big Azera, and he's not. So he will get traded, but still, you know, 3 in a 1v5 to at least do a lot of damage to paiN's money, even taking the AWP out of play. So that's a pretty serious reinvestment to have to make.
He also ended that round with 5,750. Well, I saw him drop an AWP over. That's literally perfect to buy RCF up an AWP. Wouldn't have had it otherwise. Maybe glass could have been a possibility, but no one likes the glass AWP. Let's not pretend that's fun. 5-1, especially not on T-sides, right? 5-1, RCF taking that ramp pick, thanking Yeps for the weapon, and he puts it to good use. Nighton taken down early. That's a frag that RCF was going for all the time yesterday against Isurus, but never seemed to catch across. That's more like it. Through the Molotov. 5-on-4 case. Heading B, it seems like. But look who's here. Hardzow with a deep smoke has taken all that space back. Instead, they go middle, splitting from top and bottom. Run boost to get the AWP out into position. And there's no one here for paiN. With a man down, they've conceded it. Double back to their bomb sites. Neckers might walk to his death here. How long does Fasten hold? Just long enough, huh?
Oh, it's so gross, isn't it? And I mean, these are these kind of slow punish rounds at a case where once they get that man advantage, they just wait for you. They know that you're feeling the pressure to make a play, get some info. Yeps leaves the apartments. At least runs back for a moment. But that's not going to peel any rotations over. PGL has got to defend this site solo. Armed with the AWP, brought it back into a 3-on-4, but he's quickly traded by Fastzin out through ramp. This little kind of really measured, you know, A-play in through the T-spawn for Fastzin has net them some great results, right? Not just dealing with Neckers getting aggressive, but even getting that pivotal trade onto PGL. So Case are onto this second round. There's nothing really paiN can hope to do about it. And I mean, when you're up against Case, there's just so much hinging on this first fight. There really is. You know, if they get it and they go 5-on-4 up, they're going to pump the brakes. They're going to slow it right down, go full jam on you.
That is why it's nice having a player like RCF who does seem to really get stuck into the early round on AWP. Like, that's not the last time you're going to see him go for that fight. He runs through mollies like they're not there and looks for AWP picks. So it's a dangerous style, but when it works, we see the result. The 2 rounds case of 1 have been super clean rounds, so it's a good start on this T side certainly. 5-2 now. They haven't yet broken the money of paiN. There can be rebuys with that double B app setup. Something that Case didn't see as well, with paiN having a bait and switch pushed deep into B apartments. That might have even ended B if Neckers wasn't moonwalking through T-spawn. Case were leading 4 there, so there was a chance for that to even win a round off of a setup like that. Nighton goes back for it, cat jump. They're boosting for Kondo. He's been spotted. Barrel seen by the window player. So Nighton's ready for anything. They shouldn't be facing mid with Nighton having this much real estate, but they walk in under the shot, very close to dying, was PGL. He'll be given a second chance, and he better make do with it. Case, again, coming for this mid take off the back of an underplay.
Yeah, they're going to wait for these top mid players to kind of get set up and be able to pincer this with them. Python's been waiting on short all down round for a chance at this fight, and he's going to win the first time around. Besting RCF in the head-to-head. Steel runs the molly in lower. No respect today. Going to at least peel this one back into a 4-on-4. Smoke in the window really starts to nullify Python. And so he's looking to reposition, looking to switch this up. It's a fast rotate for him in towards CT. Zera doesn't see a thing. They're already up through Con, now fighting this AWP, but he doesn't want to risk going down. He doesn't want to concede another frag to Case as they are starting to collapse upon this A bomb site. Just asphyxiating paiN right now. Double CT setup because Zera at least going to win that fight, and a bit of tag onto Yeps. It's very claustrophobic right now for Case. They've got 2 players trapped in A.
Headshot angle look good, but that smoke is a one way they can climb up top ticket. It's very hard to see them back. Yeps, he's scared of jungle. He needs to be told he's got cover from his teammate. Focus up on that CT spawn. That's where the bulk is coming from. That's where everyone's moving in through right now. AWP missed shot. You're not going to get many more chances. Wrapping around the back. Yeps is dead. An open plant for Honda. Time is the only thing that can save him, but Python snipes him out from the top, and paiN get a retake with no deaths as well. That's so awkward for Steel. As he gets a really good position in window off the back of that window smoke, he hears bigazera running the rotate and thinks, man, I've got a gap. I can creep through the murder hole. As he does, Hardzao comes off of B. No, it was bigazera. Comes off of B and takes that spot for him. So the trader position was perfect for paiN to stop that flank there. And Python, yet again, keeps rotating as soon as he gets spotted. It's so hard for Case to know where this AWP is. It's instilling the fear that he's always in middle. Nice shot for PGL. Again, he mollied the window smoke, and look at the result of it. A big chasm for him to take kills. And they're not done with one.
Made does good damage, RCF. In with a response at least. You've still got Honda on this little A lurk over in Palace. And Yeps is going to retrieve the bomb in middle. Maybe just looking to regroup for the A play now. Ekker's going to have the shadow advantage. Oh, he's just left the angle. Playing with Util, and he's going to get caught jiggling on the angle. RCF! Wow. Opening the round up, one hell of a fashion, 3 kills. This guy doing it all to try and make it happen for Case. There's a fast rotation in through CT. PGL not ready to let this round slip away just yet. With RCF still standing, there might be hope after all. He's going to need the ace clutch if he wants to win this one out. 3 to his name already. Smoking Con starts to dissipate, and there's 2 players on the other side. If they swing this one together, RCF's in a world of hurt. And, well, there's PGL to make it happen very, very quickly. Yeah, it was the battle of the kind of early mid players, right? PGL versus RCF, and it all culminates in that A play. Case are now going to call in a bit of a tack pause, a bit of a timeout. Try to figure out what's going wrong.
This A-site Mirage is like A-site Ancient, man. You can never let your guard down, right? 2 timing catches there for Case. Honda pulls nades on default, gets peeked by PGL, and then the planter goes for it, holding the smoke, waiting for a walk-through, thinks he has a bit of respect. At a certain point, you have to, if no one walks the smoke, pulls the bomb, gets rushed. And then we saw in the clutch, RCF was so scared that player was still stairs, but just running back through the smoke. paiN, keep you guessing at all times. They are playing nice and aggressive on paiN, right? Whether it's Python that's starting rounds, cat jumping, and this mid control that paiN are dominating right now on the CT side, or just stuff like that where you're dry peeking angles and you're pushing through smokes. Very risky plays, but right now they're getting all the reward.
Yeah, this is looking like a little B-pop, right? The molly's going to slow them down for a while.
Another one.
I don't want to say it, but I don't have tremendous faith in these B plays out of Case. Very rarely feel like I see them work, but they've hit a good timing. There were a lot of nades out there. Both players, caught with nades, and Yeps is going to secure himself the double opener. Just that second delay on pulling the gun, not ready for the fight inside of the B site. Hardzao and RCF in with the double, still causing trouble. Doesn't matter if he's got the AWP, he'll do it with the A1S. And it should just be a save for Nekkis, really.
No,
right?
he's going for it.
1v2, he's going to give it a look in with the fast cat reposition. It is so speedy that he might have this timing, right? They're going to go back and check him from bench. RCF could get this spot, and they see him now. That's 3 in the round for RCF, 2 for Yeps, and a B play that works wonders. I think it's super fortunate that both players are fiddling around with HEs, trying to get that double nade into the apartments. Case kind of throw the timing off by running right as the molly is about to end. They still take a bit of damage going through it, but it did offset all those timings for the site players.
They also read Nekkis' reposition, right? They definitely knew what was up. Both players swung short together from bench and apps. Not a great crossfire, but yeah, both were in vision because Nekkis was out so deep in the bomb site. That's a nice round out of Case, yeah. And that's what we wanted more from yesterday, right? Just a little faster. It's not, you know, spawn rushing, and there's nothing wrong with that, but just 5 grouping in through a choke point, especially when you get that opening kill, it just steamrolls. It snowballs out of control. Guns get picked up. RCF gets a double. Really, really nice round out of Case. So they're building into this half after all. The money is now drawn into question for paiN. One more rifle round win on Case, and they break paiN's economy. And, you know, out of some of the stuff we've seen, there's no surprise Case are running slower defaults. You know, even when they insta-smoke window, both times they've done that, paiN have mollied it and found gaps. So, yeah, Case need to be very careful about that. This time they delay the smoke. They take mid from under at the minute mark. And they've got full control. But you know paiN want to fight back for that because there is in ladder. They're shuffling B rotates right now. And that's because Nekkis has all this ramp space. Cat take with a nade and it's steal the trade. Hardzow gets out alive with a 1 for none. 38 seconds and it looks like Case want B.
The only issue they're having is it feels very, very telegraphed, right? So they're going to try and switch this up, and that's a good decision to have made. PGL was actually rotating over. Right now, Nekkis is the only defender at A, but he's going to win that ramp fight.
Oh, not again.
Playing with
and
fire.
Again, Hardzow's here.
Playing with fire on the walk through murder hole. Only this time he gets through. Oh, Nithon's come back and checked for him. And he's going to deny the bomb plant as well.
No
Huge
time.
round from this AWP. There just isn't time for RCF. And I think he falls after the clock expired as well. So the money gone for the AWP player.
Worst player to lose that as well. I don't know, did someone spot Steel coming through? Maybe Bigazera, or Hardzow rather, did coming in off of that rotate. Because again, the timing, Steel, he's really close. He's so close. He can't really do anything about that. The second the CT player looks away, he walks through the hole, and then the rotate comes in. Like these are really clean rotates out of paiN to not leave more than 2 or 3 seconds on a gap on these CT walks. And now Steel, his little trickery, it's known. He's done it twice. They're going to be on it every single round and keeping up what they're doing. paiN CT side is flowing right now.
Yeah, got to give paiN a lot of credit, right? Not just for kind of reading Steel on these pushes, but I think they've done a really good job of nullifying this mid control. And I mean, mid is like the backbone of Case's T side, right? So much of their strat really does hinge around taking this early on, maybe winning an early fight there and then using it to apply pressure. And when they are fighting it, oftentimes it's to good success on paiN, and when they give it up, because the results have so often been there, because the swings in mid have so often been their case, they almost kind of... they don't really believe the space they're getting given whenever they are given it in middle.
Oh!
Nekkis, that was clean! And even though he's dead after 1, it's a nice easy trade for PGL.
This round is cooked, man. Case wanted to pop out mid and they changed their mind and turned around. PGL pushed the smoke and he had an advantage with the shadow, but still gets bopped by a P2 Fiddy. This is a bit awkward now. Gun given over. But they won't rush with it, knowing that paiN have likely brought rotations back, and they have. The big ticket item over on Catwalk. And paiN have a lot of faith in Nithon. That's what we saw yesterday on Overpass, where he was able to often run solo A-site holds into 4B setups, or you know, 3B and a com player. So they believe in him, and for good reason. We've already seen some of that already this game, and he is in the perfect position to stop them walking up catwalk, and that's exactly where they're going. They might be able to run him down. Let's see if he pulls a molly right after the first shot. There's the kill. He wants more, though. Flick for the second, and Nithorn's won the round solo. He's not ready for the third man. A little delayed is Honda, and gets that trade. Now an open B plant. They fire off from triple, and he knows he has a bit of time. Quick cross. Oh, it's not denied. Missed shot from both sides, and Honda tagged up, gets that stick.
Yeah, just going to wait for the teammate to rotate in, and that's the right call for Hardzao to have made. Big Azera gets there and reels him in. Could have got out of hand, right, Honda? Good decision to delay peak the catwalk after all. Just throws all those timings off for Nithon. And whenever we've seen Honda don this, this AWP picks it up a couple of times in those clutches. Sometimes I would just rather he stays on the rifle.
Yeah, maybe it's the lack of armor, right? You want to go for those one shots and just try and, you know, take two 1v1s.
That's actually definitely it. But there was like a moment earlier on as well where he was donning it and just doesn't look as comfortable with it.
No, I agree. He's the better rifler, no doubt. He's not even second AWPing for this team, so it's not really a worry. Oh, can't see a thing. Nekis has been a nuisance on this A site, man. You know, from that ramp push, the one round he had a deagle, to the crossfires he's been running on A, on solo holds. He's really been putting up a show on this bomb site, and Case just can't seem to get in. Fasten's looking for a pick, but look how tight this setup is. And so many of these rounds, Harry, are the same. Case come in with an objective, start 2 or 3 somewhere, and then they lose a fight and they just walk away. They have to completely change their plan. It's a lot of mid-rounding, but it's not saving them. The rounds they're winning are decisive, aren't they? It's the fast Tech 9 on B. It's the quick mid-takes. And so once again, trying to patch up this round with a late middle take. Yep's going to go back to throw a window smoke. But already paiN are getting curious, inquisitive. PKL pokes his head through the smoke. Won't see a thing, but the util gives it away, right? There's no question. Case are announcing their presence. They're trying to cat split. Window smokes give them room. There's no one on triple to watch and stop this short play. So while PKL's holding for the boost, they do get up cat to B.
Yeah, Fasten, very, very quick, but they've seen him. They've seen how deep he's gotten. They win the fight into the apartments, and there's a lot of bodies here already rotated over. By the time it dawns on Case, it's already too late. And so for Yeps, 20 seconds, 1v4, might just be better to hold on to this rifle.
And even then, that's a call that hurts to make. This is a 10-round CT side of Mirage for paiN. This is Case's map pick in this series with Nuke up next. It's also a map that paiN don't really frequent, and when they do, not to the best of successes. So right now, this is a masterclass. We do, you know, as we've kind of hinted towards, we do know that Case's CT side is pretty gnarly on this map, but they do want a bit more of a buffer to fall back on once they swap sides. 3 isn't enough, especially if you lose pistol as well. You mentioned the win numbers for Case. They're really good. They're on a 4 streak on this map in recent history, beating Sharks, OO Nation, and Isurus twice. With the game we saw yesterday, for paiN, it's not been nearly as pretty, but they're making this look like a work of art right now. Palace pop. I like it. So does Nekis. Perfect position to stop it. Gets a kill, and Nithorn now knows.
Oh, the smoke's been heard. Steel runs down the AWP on this little conlurk. Big Azera's got him trapped into a corner, but that smoke might save Steel, might bail him out. PKL, someone needed to step up, and PKL is the man to deliver from CT. Lines up a triple and just mows them down. Beautiful scenes, and man, just when you think Case are onto something, Case have found a way to manipulate this bomb site with the little late conlurk out of Steel, with the Palace push. It all falls apart on the back of really just one man.
Yeah, remember, if you lose a series, you're done. Your chance to get that one remaining spot is removed, and the winner goes through to that 6th to 8th game where one spot for 3 teams remains. Is a bit of a gauntlet situation. 90 are already, going to be there as they've gone 3-2 themselves. And we'll also be basing our last spot off for the winner of Party Astronauts EG, where at least one NA team can be up for the running, but the other one also goes home empty-handed. Case don't want that to be their story. Steel, he's found great position up on Catwalk right now. No one's even looking. Again, caught with their pants down on the B-bomb site. Steel sees another. Are they ready for the third man? It's a stack up for paiN. They read it well. Can they put a stop to it? Needed that kill on PKL, and without it, a 4-on-2 post-part for Case should be unlosable. AWP is not the retake weapon, but you've at least got the guy who's not missing a beat right now. Python can't see anything. You can see Case have tucked in completely. It's a good Molotov. Honda has a Glock for crying out loud. He'll go nowhere but the kitchen. Burnt out. RCF trades, and 3 kills from him. Puts another round right at the very end there for Case Esports. It's not a great half. I won't sugarcoat it, but they recover it. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, and you know their CT sides have been good, right? It has kind of been like a bit of a success story for them on that CT half, but you are just left wondering, right? Still, with it being so one-sided, even with that little extra round chucked in at the end, is that going to be enough? It's just scary how much weight the pistol round now carries in this one.
Yeah, it can feel out of your hands at times. These rounds can be so 50-50. You're going to be making gambles. You're going to be trying to read your opponent, and yeah, you hope the Case has done their homework. Even then, paiN can pull in something completely new. A lot of util for this pistol. P250 on hards out. Dropped over. And paiN, they hold outside of middle. Case start there for a second, but aren't convinced by a late mid taking a pistol round, so they go and reinforce a bomb site each. This is very, very safe for paiN. But does look like a a late cat to be with the amount of utility they have.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because you said like they just weren't expecting the late mid control in a pistol, like because who does that? But this is exactly what paiN are looking like they want to run here. They've got the util for it. They can look to split down cat.
Nade could be nice. Steel did this yesterday, lobbing it into the B apartments on this pop. Window smoke comes in, and they're going to go. Oh, dear.
Oh, man, the timing on that is just brutal for RCF. And with no one else in middle, he was at the full mercy of that peak. Now, Steel on short can't hold the line. Run down. Yes, also going to falter over towards B, and suddenly Case are left in a 2-on-4. Oh, ouch. 1v4. Neck is 5 points of health. Wouldn't know it with the confidence he's taken some of these fights.
He's not stopping. Pick up a P2K on T side. You feel like you have a Glock, but good with range. Also love that X-Sec. The 2 smokes at paiN throw, the market window smoke, pretty standard B smoke to cut off rotates, but then also they throw one of the arch smokes, just the bench side one. Not the app side one, and so as paiN run up short, it's not like they can take that awkward headshot angle fight to bench or default. They can just run all the way up. No one's going to be sitting below on Edward or below apps fighting short, so they just get a full run up to B before the apps players need to go. The timing's perfect, and that's a round that you maybe don't run on a rifle, but because it's pistols and there's less control, there's less utility. The CTs get completely iced out by those smokes, so really nice call. And paiN, a pistol on top of an 11-4 half. Woo! They're set up perfectly for this map.
Yeah, I was expecting this one to go 3 with the results the Case have had here with paiN, not really loving this one. However, they've really risen to the occasion. And they are in prime position to go a map up. And I mean, if that happens, we could be looking at a 2-0 for paiN, pretty dominantly over Case.
Do or die, man. Do or die. No better time to perform. And even then, no guarantees. That's the fear of this part in the Swiss system. Can never get comfortable, especially not for Case, who are just rounds away from losing their map pick in the series, heading into Nuke. We've all seen how good paiN can be on that one, how lethal some of their previous games were on a 4-win streak as well. Full rifles, apart from Hardsal's Mac. Case of board, nothing wrong with that. Couple of Deagles and a Scout as well. Gonna get the quick boost for the Scout, but Mac-10 is there to run it down, and RCF very committed, was going wide. Didn't expect the play to be that deep. Hardsell took a great spawn. Nate could be nice though, as Yeps gets into the corner. He gets dunked on, gonna get chased as well. There's many more players in this B-bomb site, so Steel will trade, but at this point, you are not saving the round with that kill. 2 on 4, and it was never B after all.
Honda's about to learn that, and what a way to learn about that. Big Azera, 1 bullet from that Khalil, enough to do it. Steel, probably going to save, right?
Yeah.
Kind of horrible call to make with the Mac-10.
Hunt for an AK maybe.
Try get a kill, get that $600, grab a Khalil, grab an AK. You'd love it. But is he going to get given it? Oh, he will. Yeah. Patience is a virtue. However, Nathan just wins the fight, doesn't he? Oh, man.
Yeah, this is just whatever paiN's game plan they brought into today, it was perfect. Everything's worked out. They've not, they got caught by a couple of fast rounds early in the map. That Tech 9 1 on B where 2 players were caught with nades out. I'm sure after that they were like, yeah, just focus up, clean up the comms. Don't pull double nades out again on B after a molly's faded, and they didn't really lose any more rounds except the last of the half, which again was a triple B stack. Like paiN knew what was coming. They've read these CT rounds really, really well, and now on the T side, they again just slow it down on these anti-ecos, let Case feed the beast. Last round they had the solo Mac-10 running B to fake, and it was all A play. This one, Case, they think they've got all the space. It's only because paiN have given it to them. They've spotted the shadow, and they've got the kills. 3 for PGL. Easy said, easy done. And this was always supposed to be quick, but it's painless as well. Oh, I say that. Honda hits Deag, and we know what his Deagle is like, but 4 men peeking him at the same time will put paiN on 14. And we are ready to run to nuke unless Case win this 1 rifle round.
Yeah, I mean, even then, right, you might just be buying a little more time. You're just trying to stay afloat. You're treading water, right? Meanwhile, paiN are off swimming ahead in the distance. Getting away from you. Needs to turn on its head now, or else it's never going to. And paiN, they look really, really pumped up. You can even see Rick's the coach, right, kind of getting everyone pumped on the other side. They had that little tack pause a moment ago, and he was getting very involved. He was doing little hand gestures to be like, come on, guys, raise the hype up. Let's go.
Yeah,
We've
just
got
keep
this.
It there, right?
Because that's the thing. Like, at this point, he's not having to come in with any words like, all right, guys, this is what we got to do. We got to do this, this, and this. Like, we got to counter that. It's very easy for him right now, essentially. Whenever he has time to speak to the gang, he's just kind of saying, boys, you're nailing them. Like,
keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
Keep it up. I don't have anything else to add.
No, and it can be nice, right? It can be nice to just have that sick voice, reassuring you if there were any doubts. Not that I think there are at this point in the game. Here we go, the RCF. He was the one shining star in that T side. He was the one guy getting opening kills for Case. He's the only positive player on his roster right now, and he's even got his AWP. So, time to shine. Now or never. paiN are going for an A split, and it's decisive, it's quick. They may be walking under and walking middle, but they're going to hit this in the first 60 seconds of the round, it seems like. Although smokes come down on ramp, and same to connector, so that will make Neckers consider the flank and hold for a moment. paiN know that winning this one round is the game. Losing it can give Case momentum, a reason to fight, and more rifle rounds. Why let them have that satisfaction? Here's the window smoke. Will set Neckers up to crawl up con or even jump bench if he wants, and the rest of his team ready to pop Palace at a moment's notice.
Yeah, that top con smoke gives the illusion that maybe they're trying to work middle. Oh, it's ugly for Honda. It's really ugly.
And they fake the lead.
Slipping his way through this top con smoke. RCF will check for it. Keeps his wits about him. Python's working the short side in the meantime, and there's this triple A lean right now for Case. The bomb is going all the way back through T-spawn, a last-ditch attempt to try and get into B. Now Python needs to be the spearhead, the tip of the spear to get them in, to get them set up. Oh, turns on a dime and Farsin's on the receiving end. The rotations are already coming into B. The info is gained from this B site player in Yeps, and if he nails the opener, it's the round. The bomb tumbles away from paiN, and there just isn't time to win this one.
Yeah.
Case managed to get there first on the CT side when the rifles come out.
Nice save for Yeps. Simply one kill is the round there, like you said. Nython tried his best on that mid-luck. He even made those rotates doubt themselves. Case almost pulled 3 players into B. Then he got the kill con. He broke the ladder window. And Case actually doubted himself. So it put even more pressure on Yeps, who was the one man stopping paiN from getting the plant for their AWP to clutch it out. Nice round for Case. Saved by the bell. Is there any more to it? Steel flashed out of middle, makes his way to con, does survive. They molly the window smoke, a taste of paiN's own medicine perhaps, as Fastin doubles up. There's even that deep cat peek that will pick Nython out of the round, and why not just go crazy at this point? Hardzal yeets out B and leaves Bigazera in a 1v4. Damage is the name of the game, but he won't be able to play. 6 for Case, and this is what I mean. One rifle round can rejuvenate you, reinvigorate you, and get you ready for anything. You have nothing to lose at this point. If you're Case, you may as well try your hearts out. You're not believing yet, but
hearts out plays for the other team. Get it?
Oh, hearts out. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit slow.
Yeah,
that's
no,
good.
It
You also whispered the joke, you know, say it with more.
I didn't whisper it. Are you all right?
No, I just muted you. You're right.
Oh.
Well, either way, like this doesn't feel like a comeback until it's already a comeback. So, you know, these are actually. It's not fun to be in this position where you're about to get eliminated, but it can be pretty liberating knowing that you can just kind of throw the rule book out the window and play crazy.
Yeah. You know, it's like if someone told me I was going to die tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got 24 hours to live.
What would you do, Harry?
I can't say that. Right. AWP in the hands of Nython still. That is the only thing here. That's the only big ticket item present.
I did one player die saving. That's unfortunate. They had 2. I mean, that must have been PGL dying after time. He's got a grand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, he was kind of in a cooked spot. It's like no one envies it.
Clean.
And it is a clean old mow down in top mid. Neck is trying to play with time on this power slug, but churned up. Never really expecting much out of him there. And the money's still going to be in a bit of a weird spot because of that PGL death after time.
Oh, well, though. Plenty of opportunity. No one's ever won a game like this, right? Tempting fate. But they're going to buy up nonetheless. Galil for PGL. No AWP, but it frees you up to run faster rifle rounds. And you want as many as you can get. RCF still just keeping it really clean. Double underpush. This is what I mean. You can just play a bit crazy, a bit more loose. Leg shot. Julie's out, not Tech9. Honda will take the kill instead. They're going to try and trap them in under. Forget the run boost. We know we've got them screwed right now. There's no B player to stop that play, but instead they run out A. Knowing there's a double under setup is such freedom for paiN to get into this bomb site. There's only one man with eyes on it right now, Honda. As RCF comes up late from middle, we've even got this B lurk for Nython. Will he go into apartments and get the free bomb site, or will he crawl in under and try and trade out this AWPer? It's going to be the former. This is nice. The bomb's even leaving. Hardzal dies a bit early for this play, but the bomb, as long as it doesn't get cut off by re-aggression under, RCF doesn't know about this deep player. He seems like
he's still
aware.
sus, man. He doesn't believe it. That is beautiful.
Ouch.
And Honda now all alone.
Uh-oh. They know.
And he's a dead man.
Oh,
that was almost very, very scary.
He dropped his gun to get the AK, and then he had nothing. Nothing. If he had Galil, that's his round. Not round, but kill, rather. And yeah, Case is just going, you know what, boys? Let's double under. Screw it.
Well, man, no, but once again, I don't know. Steel's specialty seems to be these CT side reads, right? The rotations from his CT sides always feel perfect. Like they're in the exact right place at the exact right time. And this round really does embody that, you know? As it was destined to be the A play, everybody was at A.
Oh.
And the moment that decision came in to go back to B, well, everyone was at B, weren't they? Now over in mid, middle.
Ooh.
Perfect timing for it. They're going to deal with one component of this lower tunnels play, but there is still a second man waiting in the wings. They know about him. They're trying to deal with him.
Oh.
Oh.
Couldn't
Bit of
get
danger
that
there, right? Honda now has support in mid. They want him to be Honda, not left high and dry. Yeah,
Lost you there.
it's like high and die, like the other car.
Oh.
Right? So Neck is
Dude, your jokes are on fire, Harry.
Right.
I'm not giving them enough credit.
up the short side, looking for a way back in.
Oh, timing missed. Has Cat, but not for long. Steals on the angle. And this orb, when you're walking out like PKL without a flash, he's going to get just clicked on. There it is. 9 rounds to case. And RCF, the saving grace right now on this CT side. If he can keep this up, we have a game on our hands, Harry. This was dominant. This is what we were saying. If only Case got a couple more rounds on their T side, this would not have felt as undoable. paiN have even called in a pause. They're feeling the pressure as well. This is elimination on the line. This is qualification later down the line. So paiN don't want to bungle this lead.
I mean, dude, like, just really like keep your eye on how these CT side setups morph and switch around. Like, you know, regardless of how Case's T sides have sometimes missed the mark with like their kind of slower play style, there is no taking away that Steel has called a fantastic CT side throughout this entire event.
Yeah.
And really, dude, it genuinely looks like he's like being like fed information or something, because, bro, like just watch how so often the right read will be there, or the rotations are so speedy. There's full faith in his calling. This round, it's like a triple ramp peak to deal with that one player, Big Azera, who was moving in, even wallbang damage out of Steel. Man, he's like really living up to this idea that he's just on another plane of existence right now.
Good nade.
He's
Oh,
called for rotations over. There's a second man now joining him, right? You've got one B entry, but now suddenly there's 2 more men to deal with. And RCF here gonna nail Hards out with the AWP. Not content with the opener, he wants even more than that. And so Steel's gonna help him out, keeps him alive, keeps this AWP in play,
dear.
but only
no.
for a moment. It's starting to spiral out of control. The rotations are coming in, but they're split apart. Honda over on short and fast in through market.
That one hurts to miss for RCF, and now the retake's on real quick. Nighthorn, he's not got his gun of choice, and he'll never get a chance to find it. Fastin gets the kill to close, and man, that's got to be a sigh of relief after a quick B-pop goes down like that. RCF was probably feeling real awkward after getting a double and still missing a sitter. But it's still around on the retake. It's still double digits for Case. They're coming back. They're pulling it together somehow, some way. And yeah, you know, you talk about calling. Often we say like, oh, you're not going to be doing much calling on CT. You know, a lot of the setups you are running are just, you know, the same positions. But that you know, that I want to pull that idea away, because there are calls on CT. Look at this. Every round it's a different setup. It's a different start. Last time it was 3A. Now it's a double mid just to get that space back. The preemptive smoke on what could be a con molly. Now paiN are running an exec. So Honda, who is usually top of the team right now, is the only guy here to stop it. He's been mollied, he's been flashed, he's been dealt with. That flash wins it. Even with a molly, he can surely take players down with him. Not today. RCF looking over the smoke. Risky position, but a CT plant from default actually crosses to triple is even better for paiN. They have so much real estate. RCF does catch that cross off the plant. Yeps, he's the only guy in spawn. He's calling for support. They check T, but Steel wins that fight. He should not be getting that one. Nekiz follows up, but there's so many more late swings out of CT. As Nekiz pulls his knife, he comes to regret it, and they don't want to play for jungle with this bomb plant.
Dude, you start to feel so claustrophobic. Nowhere's safe. Nowhere's easy. With that ramp fight falling apart, Big Azera's got to do it all alone. And there's very little time left. They've got to get on the bomb. They've got to go quickly, and Steel will win the fight. But it's going to be so close, and I think Case have just got it over the line. 11 now on this CT side.
Oh my.
And time again, you know, even in the rare circumstances where they don't have the right read, the response is so good in the retake, it doesn't even feel like it ends up mattering. You could see how awkward that was for paiN. Nowhere was safe, nowhere was guaranteed. They'd lost ramp, they'd lost CT, they didn't know about jungle. That was a big question mark, and the only position they had locked in was Palace, which thankfully Steel had saved the smoke for.
I like how Honda's now even brought out another AWP, as you know, he's not really been hitting the shots while rifling. He's going to concede A and play safe, try and just go one and get out of the bomb site. It's a perfect round to do it. Oh, he unscopes instead of firing, and they come out of ramp. He will miss that timing, but Fasten picks it up instead. Quick kill onto the cross while blind. Now, paiN do make it into the bomb site, but this is how we saw them let down last time. It was a heavy CT retake. They're going again for that control. Honda won't let them take it. He's flicking back for more. It's the orbs right now that are tearing paiN out of this round. 2 on 5. No chance, surely. It's just PGL, and he's not got the health for it. A single bullet ends this retake, and Case are coming in with everyone ready. They wait for the flank, and it's going to be another one. Case picking up 12. That's 8 in a row.
This is the Case we know and love. And I mean, this is where, like, coming into this, when paiN had this really, really good start to the game, you know, we were saying, like, oh, it's impressive. They don't really play this map all too much. Well, you know, they play it a fair bit, but the results are garbage. And, you know, it felt really impressive that they were, like, rising the level. But this is where the problems start to occur. You're kind of out of ideas. You're kind of at your limits here, and nothing's really worked so far. It feels like you're running into a brick wall, and I mean, it's kind of terrifying how even when you get that bomb down, I've never seen a T-side look so terrified of literally every angle. They cannot take any further than where they plant the bomb. Whenever they've tried to take CT, they've been wrecked, they've been mauled. Whenever they've tried to set up over at ramp to hold for Steel's wraps, he normally annihilates them. So it's a really, really rough spot to be in. You normally have a certain level of security with that plant down, and right now paiN have got none of it.
Dude, 14-4, now 14-12, and another strong start here for Case. They've read it again, Harry. A triple B off the beginning. Still will lean back after setting up that boost, but we've got an AWP and a bait and switch. It couldn't be more perfectly poised for Case, but blinded, and he swings. Yep, get a little bit too greedy on that one. RCF still hits his shots, though. The Julies are out, and he's chunking them down. He does die, but a 2-on-3, and they haven't even got the bomb. That's the rifle out, and Case keep it clean again. It feels like, you said it yourself, it's so hard. You feel like you've tried everything already, and Case know that. They're reading you. They're one step ahead. They're triple on whatever site you play before you've even got there. And at this point, you only feel more free if you're Case. Remember at 14-4 where we were saying, nothing to lose. May as well try. May as well try your hearts out, Harry. And no one has saved paiN, whereas we've had many players stepping up for Case. There's not been one guy who can sit back and rely on and go, yeah, he will win you this round. And they've had plenty of chances, a few post plants. With the exception of that B play, they got 3 bomb plants in a row. paiN, got to slow it down now. Got to squeeze the sweat out of the towel.
Case, you know, they've been so good at reading this, they're kind of triple lent over towards the A site. Very, very lax on the old mid control. And I mean, paiN, they're not showing too much love to middle in this round, but they do have a player in lower. They do have top mid, so, you know, maybe they're going to look to give that a look in. Early on, it looked like paiN were leaning more towards B, but as the round time has ticked down, they've actually started to change their minds, which hilariously means they're going to play into the more stacked bomb site once again.
Like, they've got an AWP in Palace, Harry. At 30 seconds, if paiN want to go Palace, they have to clear him out. If they don't go Palace, he's going to shoot them in the back while they try and bomb plant. 25, here they go.
Yeah, now they hear this util going over, right? The rotation should already start to trickle through for case. Normally they're pretty quick on them. Honda opens up with this orb. Nighton will trade it. Now they learn about the Palace player and they even flush him out. Farsin's going to double up and drops the bomb with so little time left. That matters a hell of a lot. They've got to rush this plant now. You don't have a lot of time left. Nighton's all alone in this clutch, trying to move his way through the site, trying to get back to some sort of safety at ramp. Will he survive the journey? Even if he gets there, look at the minimap, look at Steel. He's in there, Brave.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, there it is. Okay,
do it.
It does dawn on him. And he even gets the knife to add insult to injury, salt in the wound.
Yes.
And now it's a tie game. It's a knife in the back to bring this to 14-14.
It's either Steel didn't see him or it's the more likely option. Steel thought they were more alive.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I want 2 kills. One's not going to do it. And his team is screaming like, yo, he's right there. Kill him. That's so sickening, man. This smoke missed. Maybe Fastin blocked it. I didn't see. But this smoke not being there loses paiN the round. I actually think they win this round if that smoke is down because I think 3 players got caught through that gap. What a disaster. What a problem. And what a round to have it happen. They finally traded CTA WP. They got the spot on RCF as well. Dear, oh dear. Case have done it 10 in a row, now the hardest of them all. The ones that paiN couldn't get, and they were given ample opportunity, a quick pick out under. And what a kill to take. RCF, the top of the server has been removed. Orping underpass, something new. And still Neckers wins it. He's been bailing them out, hasn't he? Especially in that first half. He was the rock on the A side they couldn't break. But Case have brought their hammer. And now they've got to slam it tight on middle. Everyone's here. It's a full brawl in mid. And it's a mow down for PGL. Hardzao trades Honda. There's still another man. May as well swing. They don't know you're here. And Fastin puts up 2 quick as they come. Space getting taken on B. Bigazera has a bit of room, he knows it, and he's going to try and lay out the red carpet for his bomb. Fastin's not convinced.
Yeah, this should be an impossible clutch. Like, if he wins this, Case deserve Mirage.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I think they already do.
This one just shouldn't ever come through. A 1 versus 2 where you're so late. Like, the bomb is half ticked as you get to short. They've heard him. They know about him. The AWP is scoped up on him. A missed shot was almost the chance, but wasn't ready for Bigazera. And so paiN take map point. It took them the entire second half to get there. But eventually they put a stop to this, 10-round streak that Case have embarked upon?
That hurts, man. That hurts. And RCF, who's been the guy who made this game happen, he's dead first. Case even swing mid together, but that's exactly what paiN wanted. PKL with a mow. 2 kills off the spray. And here we go. Round 30. They go back to what started this entire comeback in their first go round. It's a double under, but now the AWP is trapped with no kill and no escape route given. Very awkward position right now. He can get hunted. They chase up. Hardzao gets the frag on the Steel, but that's not the AWP. They know it. They realize there's still a player down under. Can he escape in time? He's scared of middle, and for good reason.
Steel's having to call the shots from beyond the grave. Having to try and direct his forces. Using the Ouija board, RCF. At least he's still in play. Well, he's alive. A little glimmer of hope flickers on. paiN take middle. Maybe looking to split this B site, but it's a lot up the short side. Farsid wins a fight in middle onto Neckers. So that man advantage now stripped away. Nighton's going to attempt the trade here. 3 players in ladder room, all just waiting. RCF's preemptively rotated over towards B. And this is the right read to have made. It even looks like Farsid might start to make his way over as well. So it's a... Oh no, he's going CT. He was looking at the B site, but he's gone back towards A.
30 seconds. He can still get an angle, but they're already in the site. RCF Core not looking at short. There's a bit of a miscom there. paiN have found a gap. They found a way in. A 4-on-2, and with Case mowed down at the B bomb site, they've got no business winning this round. I cannot believe it's come to this. A 10-round CT side streak falling on dead ears as paiN set up to close out Case's map pick. All the work in the world for nothing unless Case win a 2v4 on the retake.
Yeah, I mean, so much time's ticked off the bomb. This one's undoable. Honda 1v4 deals with the first, but the trade is immediate. And so paiN, after all of that, from 14-4 to 14-14, they eventually get it over the line at 16-14. Man, that is heartbreaking for Case, but for paiN, what a sigh of relief, you know, like finally you're able to see it through, finally you're able to deliver on a map that was yours to win. Credit to Steel and the gang for even making that one